Hello, everyone. In this video, I will analyze 3 advertisement slogans using concepts from grammar and syntax, specifically from the descriptive and prescriptive approaches disclosed in our course. So the purpose of this analysis is to explain why some slogans are ambiguous or ungrammatical and how syntactic structure affects meaning in language. So through this presentation, I will explain concepts such as constituent analysis, the structural ambiguity, the lexical rules, the recursion, phrase structure rules, deep and surface structure, and movement rules. So let's begin. And here we have the first slogan, and let's take a look at it quickly. So it says the company applied the cream to the woman with the smooth skin in the restaurant. And this slogan has a few problems, and let's take a look at those problems. And let's begin with the constituent analysis. Using constituent analysis, we can divide the sentence into different syntactic units called constituents. So, for example, here we have the company as a noun phrase, while apply the cream is part of the verb phrase. And the ambiguity appears because the prepositional phrases can attach to different parts of the sentence structure, and this creates multiple possible surface structures. As you can see, we have 3 different prepositional phrases here. And as we can learn from this, using constituent analysis, the sentence can be divided into several syntactic units. Then we have the structural ambiguity. Structural ambiguity occurs when a sentence has more than one possible interpretation because its syntactic structure is unclear. In this slogan, the prepositional phrase with the smooth skin creates ambiguity. So the sentence could mean that the woman has smooth skin. So let's break it down with this diagram 3 here. And as you can see, we have the sentence divided into the noun phrase and the verb phrase. The noun phrase being the company and the verb phrase apply the cream. Then we have the prepositional phrase divided into the preposition to, and then noun phrase, the woman. Then it divides again to the prepositional phrase with the smooth skin. In this interpretation, the prepositional phrase with the smooth skin modifies the woman here. So in this case, the prepositional phrase with the smooth skin is connected to the woman. So the woman is the one who has a smooth skin. But on the other hand, it could also mean that the cream is the product that produces a smooth skin. So let's break it down again. So now the PP with the smooth skin is connected to the cream here. So the cream gives a smooth skin. In this structure, the prepositional phrase modifies the cream, creating a different interpretation. So we have 2 interpretations. Although the surface structure is the same, the slogan contains 2 possible underlying interpretations or deep structures. And this is why the slogan is ineffective in advertising. The audience might misunderstand the intended meaning. So then we have the lexical rule. The company applied smoothly the woman. So this is a totally wrong sentence, and a lexical rule determines which category of word belongs to, such a noun, a verb, an adjective, an adverb. And in this incorrect revision, the word smoothly is an adverb, but it is places where a noun phrase should appear. Because of this lexical violation, the sentence becomes ungrammatical. So let's take a look to the next slogan, and it says, eat healthy, you know. No, I'm sorry. And well, the second slogan is ungrammatical from a traditional or a prescriptive grammar perspective. Why? Well, let's explain what is prescriptive grammar first. prescriptive grammar focuses on the rules that the speakers are expected to follow in a standard English. So this slogan violates normal English order because the elements are not organized according to standard phrase structural rules. So here we have the sentence, "Eat healthy, you know." But another order that we can make with the sentence is "eat healthy now," or "you should eat healthy now." So in English, sentences usually follow a predictable syntactic order. However, this slogan contains an unusual arrangement of constituents and making it difficult to process and understand naturally. So for this reason, the slogan would be considered ungrammatical in prescriptive grammar. And let's take a look at the last slogan. It says, "The linguists know that the company designed the best ad that convinced the client who hired them." So the third slogan demonstrates recursion. And recursion occurs when a structure contains another structure at the same time inside of it. In this slogan, multiple clauses are embedded inside one another, creating a recursive structure. All right, so the sentence begins with the main clause, "the linguist know." Inside that clause, there is another clause introduced by that the company designed the best ad. And then another relative clause modifies the best ad that convinced the client. And another clause modifies the client who hired them. This layering of clauses is an example of recursion in syntax. So here we have this diagram tree, and this phrase structured rules explain how the sentence is generated syntactically. And the sentence rewrites as a noun phrase and verb phrase. Then the verb phrase contains complement phrase introduced by that. So as you can see here, we have the sentence, their structure, and then we have another sentence that starts from this one and its own structure. So as we saw on the slogan, the sentence continues with embedded relative clauses such as that convinced the client and who hired them, which further demonstrates recursion. So this transformation illustrates a movement rule called WH movement. The interrogative word "what" moves to the beginning of the sentence in order to form a question. So this movement changes the surface structure while preserving the underlying meaning. So here we have the sentence before the movement. We can see that it divides into the noun phrase and the verb phrase. The linguist knows the answer. But here we have that after the WH movement, we have a complement phrase that starts with "what." And then we have the sentence that has an auxiliary "do," and then the linguist "know." So the interrogative word moves from its original position to the beginning of the sentence, and this transformation is called the WH movement. All right, so in conclusion, syntax and grammar play an essential role in communication and advertising. And a slogan might fail not because of vocabulary, but because of ambiguity, incorrect structure, or violations of grammar rules. So by applying concepts such as constituent analysis, phrase structure rules, recursion, and movement rules, we can better understand how language creates meaning. So thank you very much for watching my video. Thank you very much for your time, and see you on the next video.